Hey guys, welcome to Stacks on Stacks on Stacks, where we share our mediocre opinions on an array of books. I'm Rachel.
I'm Lily.
And I'm Emily. And today we're discussing our perceived lack of representation of people in their mid-20s in popular literature. The first thing I wrote down for kicking off is what are we looking for? As mid-20-somethings, what are we looking for in literature and in characters that's relatable? I mean, or does it even have to be relatable? Like, why
do we want it to be relatable? I mean, that's a great question.
What are we looking for?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
I don't know. I mean, I think relatability stuff does really well. Like, obviously, like on the internet, like people like to follow people who are like relatable. And then when like when you see influencers who become like unrelatable and they're like wearing like like, oh, they're wearing like Gucci now. They're not relatable anymore. And they're like, and then they're like hating on them.
But okay, so if we feel like there's a lack of representation, why do we want that representation? Are we looking for help for ourselves? Do we just want characters that we can connect more deeply with? What about those characters do we connect with? Like, is it the way that they handle issues, or are we like actually wanting them to fix stuff for us?
I mean, show me the way.
Show me the way.
I mean, I think a lot of people like want like mirrors to themselves, right? In different ways. Like you watch TV. I mean, that's why there's like a huge push for diversity. DEI.
Right, yeah.
But like, because like people of color, because like, I don't know, like we read Percy Jackson. I am not a brunette, blue-eyed boy with ADHD whose father is a god, but I still found him relatable in certain aspects.
He's relatable because like he says all the internal thoughts that we all want to say.
I mean, I guess that's fair. But I mean, like, you know what I mean? Like, like, you can find relatability in anybody, like Harry Potter,
Yeah.
Or like, whatever.
Right.
Like, so what are we missing here? What do we want?
But I think there are stories missing. I think that's the thing is that there's like stories missing of our job.
So I think when I read anything, I like pick something out that I relate to in the character, even if they don't look like me or whatever. I find some sort of way to relate to them, but there's still like that missing of this like post-college kind of
without getting married
or being like I need to find the love of my life right now.
So much of adult literature is it's about romance and sex and all these things that just like aren't my life, aren't my cup of tea.
Well, and like getting married, but like, and then you jump to like 30s. Like I love an Emily Henry novel, but all of her characters, like, they're finding love in their 30s, but they're all usually like going through a divorce or some giant breakup that happened from their 20s. Like it's like it's like their late 20s was all about like finding romance and like doing stuff. And then it crashes and burns and they like restart in their 30s. And so then it's like a coming of age, but like in your 30s, and it's like a second chance type of deal. But there's no like coming of age in your late 20s.
Yeah. I will say in researching this stuff this afternoon,
we're very prepared.
Procrastinate, don't know her.
What?
Procrastinate, don't know her. There are some that sound really good, and I did add a whole bunch to my TBR list today. But that kind of sound like what we're looking for, but it's just not that many.
There's not that many, yeah.
But also, I guess that then poses the question of, like, I don't know, I keep coming back to it. What are we looking for?
I mean, I always want a girl of color. It's hard to find like biracial women specifically. Like they're usually like fully black or they're fully white. I am both.
Yeah.
Cue the biracial chronicles.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lily, I think you have your new title.
Well, like, I'm like, come on, like, but like, I don't know, like, so I would love somebody who looks like me and is like in their, I don't know, but then like, people go to grad school. I think also like a lot of people are just trying to figure it out now. Like I feel like all the time on TikTok, I see people who are like, I'm 25. Do I go to grad school or do I start running a marathon? Like that seems like the thing now is that like people are like,
Like,
I don't know what to do. Like, I achieved all the things I
Yeah.
need to achieve. I'm not currently getting married. I'm
mean,
not
I've
buying a
not, but-
house because this economy sucks.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not doing all the things that every other like late mid-20s has done before.
So we're looking for stories about independent women.
figuring out life.
Yeah.
Like, really.
Finding purpose.
Yeah.
Because I think that's like the big thing. I mean, people are going to grad school or they're running marathons or they're doing whatever because they're trying to find some sort of purpose. That's because before your purpose was taking care of a house and raising children.
Yeah.
And then maybe working your job.
But I also feel like we also are at the point of where we've gone so polar opposite. If we want to be independent, we don't want to be like just tied to a housewife or whatever. That we're going like so far into work and careers that we're not doing stuff outside of it. So just like identifying as
well, exactly, finding
Yeah.
purpose.
Right.
Like that's
Finding,
why people
like,
are
yeah.
running marathons or
Yeah,
going
like,
to grad school.
do
Something
something fun.
outside, like outside of their career, not
Yeah.
making
Yeah.
career like your whole
I mean,
personality.
Rachel and I mean, you ballroom dance
Right.
and
It's my
I
hobby.
figure skate.
I collect craft supplies.
So like we are finding things outside of we're doing this.
Yeah.
Like we're finding things outside of our careers and
True.
that, you know, but it would be nice to see characters doing that. Because I feel
Mhm.
like if it is
Yeah.
characters like us, they're like going ham with their job
Mhm.
and they're like climbing
Yeah.
the ladder.
Yeah.
And there was like an article I was reading a while ago where a lot of Gen Z is refusing to climb the ladder. Like
Mhm.
they don't want to climb the ladder in corporate jobs. And it's funny because I did that at my old job where they kept trying to push me into a role. I was like, no, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I'd rather stay at this lower level tier, take the pay that I'm
Mhm.
currently getting because I don't want that role.
Mhm.
And so like it's interesting, like because they did like that huge independent woman push.
Well, okay, so if we're trying to figure out like what we're looking for, so obviously we're not looking for young adult. Young adult just kind of at this point feels very adolescent. It's not really what I'm looking for out of a book or book characters anymore. But I don't really feel like an adult either.
Well,
in
there's-
some aspects.
There's the genre new adult.
and that's where I'm
Mhm.
going.
Okay.
I'm getting there. Which I'm gonna quote something from Goodreads. So, new adult. The genre tends to focus on issues prevalent in the young adult genre, as well as focusing on issues experienced by individuals between the area of childhood and adulthood, such as leaving home for university and getting a job. But that doesn't feel like where I'm at either.
No. This is why it's like I want the post college. Like I've done
Yes.
college. I experienced that part of life.
We've started our careers.
We've started our
Yeah.
careers. Like
Well,
when I was
Kind of.
thinking
I
about
have a
this.
job.
I had multiple jobs, but
Right. Same.
yeah.
But like I know like there's like I'm sure you guys have experienced it too, but like starting a career, there's like a shit ton of imposter syndrome
Yes.
that we go through. Like
Yes.
something like that. Where like it's just like something that everyone experiences, but I feel like I've never seen that in a book.
That's fair. I feel
Mhm.
like sometimes they're like, I don't know. I feel like I've gone through a romance kick lately, so I'm trying to think. Like,
yeah.
I feel like a lot of them, if they're like independent, like career-minded women, they like experience imposter syndrome, and then they end up quitting their jobs and finding something they love. So it's
just that easy,
so
guys.
it
Just
kind of
find the
defeats the
thing you
purpose of
love.
like working through imposter syndrome in your career.
Kind of.
Not really what I was looking for.
But you're supposed to just be able to drop it.
Damn.
It won't be nice.
Okay, I guess I need a new career.
No, but who was saying? I think it was like Ilona Mar. She was getting interviewed, and they asked her if she experienced imposter syndrome, and she's like, "No, I deserve to be here. I worked really hard. I did all the things, and I deserve to be here." And I was like, "Wow, that is an amazing mindset, and I hope that I get there one day."
Right?
I just have to figure out what I'm good
Another
at.
reason to want to be Ilona Mar.
Oh,
Yeah.
exactly, 1000%.
Yeah.
But yeah, like there's nothing because like, and then it jumps to like I'm getting
Mhm.
divorced, I'm raising kids. I'm dealing with, you know, like whatever. But it's not that like weird. I'm settling into a career. Do I want to stay? Am I going to go to grad school? Am I going to run a marathon?
But also,
It sounds like you want to run a marathon, Lily.
yeah, marathons. Maybe this is what you should do.
Yeah, sign me up.
I mean, I know because I went to school and then changed my mind on what I wanted to do, and I get the feeling that maybe you're headed that way too. So that also brings in of like, what do you do when you get to 26 and you had already made career decisions and now you regret them?
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say I fully regret my career decisions, but like I've definitely like given the events of the past 2 years. There's been some questions. Some wonderings about different possible paths I could have taken. So,
but I don't know, just
like
the concept
seeing that represented in literature.
Yeah.
Well, and like I've jumped where I'm working in 2 different industries.
Because coming of age is so like you figure out what you want to do and then like you do it. But like, what if you don't? Like, you know,
what if
5 years down the line, you don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah. And like the only thing I can really think of that's, and I'm saying recent, but it's not, is Friends. Where like, because they're like in their mid to late 20s and they like jump around, like some of them jump around in jobs. Like I think it's Monica and Rachel, they both jump around. Rachel
as a Friends expert.
yeah, go for it.
I mean, they kind of do in the sense they work a lot, but like Monica's pretty much always focused on some kind of food cooking in some form or another.
As she should.
And Rachel, after she quits the coffee shop, she's like pretty focused on fashion. So I would say more like Chandler, though.
Yeah.
Because he really hates his job at the beginning of the show and then ends up finding something he likes.
Yeah, but it's just like, and it's like interesting because like we also see all of our friends who are all doing things, and some people,
the brainiacs we went to school with.
Some people are like
accomplished,
really smart or like just really accomplished, and they seem to be achieving all the things you should be achieving, should and be more. In quotation marks, in your late 20s.
Right.
So then it's like, maybe we are the odd ones out. Maybe we are floundering.
Yeah. Which brings back, okay, so new adult is transitioning to college and out of college and finding careers and stuff. But for me, like college just feels so adolescent because we didn't have a normal college experience because like
we started
at like 15 years old.
Yeah.
So like college I was not an adult, and like, looking back on it, like none of that felt adult. It was just.
And you went and you finished right after high school, but
no, I had my bachelor's at 20.
I finished mine during COVID.
Yeah.
My graduation was online. And so like, and you finished college during COVID, and so it just
and even though like I didn't go to college in high school like you guys did, and I went after high school, it's still like I was 17 when I graduated high school.
Yeah, because you have a late birthday.
And then I went to community college. I lived with my parents. Like it was still like I was not an adult. Not really.
No,
I stand by. I've said it for a long time. I feel like there is definitely a gap between like legally an adult and actually an adult. Yeah. Maybe that's what we're looking for. Although I feel like I am actually an adult at this point.
We've made it finally.
Except we don't know what we're doing.
But I think that's part of the like of being an adult. You just don't know what you're doing because nobody's there to tell you what to do anymore. True. But you have to kind of figure it out.
It's weird because like obviously I think everybody kind of agrees like your entire life you just don't know what you're doing. Like people have kids and they're like, we don't really know what we're doing. You know, they buy a house, we don't really.
The unexpected.
Yeah, but the issue is I feel like for a lot of literature in our like age gap is that like this is like the time where people have like that false sense of confidence of like, I know what I'm doing. I know what direction I'm taking. I know these choices I'm making. And then you jump to like that 30-something literature where they're like, I didn't know what I was doing and now I'm starting all over.
Right.
And which kind of comes full circle with that. I made career decisions and now I don't want first.
We're having I don't know what I'm doing, but we're not having, like, we're not getting that false sense of confidence.
Yeah.
But
never.
And I don't know again if it's us and we're just insecure, but I also think it could just be a product of our generation.
Yeah. See, that's what my biggest question is right now is this an actual lack of representation, or is it just like a lack of neurodivergent representation of mid-20 somethings, or just not normal 20 somethings?
We're not normal.
We're not normal.
I mean, but they're saying like our group is the largest group of unwed childless
True.
women.
Yes.
So this is also kind of a new phenomenon historically. I can't speak for like the Dark Ages or.
Can you imagine?
They're all like, no.
We used to have like all the rights. Everybody had rights, human rights across the board. I mean, granted, you know how much we are like progressing backwards right now. Maybe civilization did have shit figured out like 2,000 years ago, and then we've just regressed.
But also, I mean, our current issue is that women are still staying progressive. It's men who are going backwards. They're joining church. Like there's a higher percentage of men going to church than women, which is not normal. Like, I mean, I'm saying that it's not like that's not the way it's been. Women have always like carried religion as like a cultural practice in families, and women are getting out of the church, and men are like, well, this is the only place that like upholds like masculinity, toxic masculinity, and you know, whatever. And so they're going.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, so we're going forward, they're going backwards. So maybe that happened then where like women were like,
We've got this split.
and they're like, we gotta stop them from reading.
The male loneliness epidemic.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Well, maybe you shouldn't take our rights away. Can I just say, I love that trend so much. Yes, the birth rate is declining.
But see, like, that's the other thing. It's like, and they say that like childless unmarried women are the happiest group because they find community with friends and they find things outside of work to like find life fulfilling.
Find joy, another.
And I think that's an interesting thing. Is like, I think we're right now we're on that path.
Yeah.
And there's not really books for that, but I think that's kind of a new phenomenon.
Right.
Good point. Good point.
So
maybe they're coming.
Speaking of coming, I feel like so much of literature, if we can even really call it literature, like far be it from me to yuck your yum, but like so much stuff that is about 20-year-olds is just all smut. Like I would love actual story. Like there, I mean, don't get me wrong.
And
I enjoy a good smut book, but like
it's smut without plot. That's
the problem.
And it doesn't have to be everything.
I love a smutty book.
Yeah.
But I need a plot. Like,
yes.
I was reading.
Entertain me.
Maybe we should bleep this. I was reading.
We can cut it out.
I was reading the Zodiac Academy series because one of my coworkers was like, you have to read it. So I was like reading it. And constantly I was like, okay, can we like get back to the point of like, there's like stuff going on. I was like, there's urgent stuff going on. Yes. And it's like a constant cut to a smut scene. And I'm like, okay, that's great. Guys, we focus on this. Guys, we have stuff to do. Like, focus.
Yeah. No, like I feel like this is why I regress back to fan fiction so much, because I like the plot characters, but I want a plot and like,
right.
Give me what I want.
And I think also like, I mean, romance is the largest like bestseller.
Yeah. I feel like it really always has been.
It's
It's
not new. It's like this has been the trend of romance, but like it's so big, but there's so many like people who are new to reading.
Yeah.
Right.
And what's getting them is like a quick smutty book. So people are writing quick smutty books, and it's like, okay, that's great. Some of us have been here though. Can you like give me a plot?
Right.
Or, you know, you give me a plot and throw in some smut.
Yeah.
Like that's
fine. Just like I need a story.
Yeah. Yeah.
But also, why are 20-somethings, are we just reduced to sex? Is that all we have going for us?
And I think that's a huge push of like independent modern women. It's like you're a boss.
True,
right?
And you should feel empowered, and you should feel empowered.
Absolutely.
We're an anti-sex podcast.
Which is what we regress.
We have to go back. Send the women to church.
Modest books only.
We want long skirts.
Yeah.
Speaking of long skirts, we're reading Twilight.
Oh, hey.
In the coming weeks.
Our next podcast episode, we're going to be discussing Twilight, and Rachel and I
Never read it.
I have read it a many a time.
And we are ready for some Mormon undertones.
Yeah. See, my thing with Twilight, and I probably should not be bringing this up right now, it is very easy to write off the Mormon undertones. Like, it's there, but it's not like...
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I mean, I think that's the whole point. Because, like, because a lot of people were like, I mean, I didn't know until somebody said it, like,
it's very take it or leave it, which, like, I can respect as an author, you, like, putting it in there because that's...
It's just, like,
just how you think.
Yeah. It's just, like, Divergent. It's, like, Christian, technically.
But, like, making it so that it's easy, like, it's not the plot. It's fine.
Anyway.
Just, questionable fashion choices. Like...
But if you guys want to read along, that's our monthly book pick. And we will be reading Twilight, and we'll discuss it next episode. Okay.
Back to the discussion.
Back to this episode. Back to smut.
We're discussing Mormons. We're discussing smut.
Yeah.
All the things you want to hear about.
You know, another thing that people in their 20s are finding, like, they find religion. I feel like because they feel lost.
Yeah.
Or, like, become disillusioned about the religion that they grew up in. The reverse.
Oh, like us.
You grew up there? Yeah. I didn't want to, like, point fingers. No, you're good.
You guys left the church.
But like, kind of just feeling like strings are cut because you don't have that, or you start to realize.
Yeah, and some people
are just like question things.
Yeah.
Some people do that, and then they go back in full force, and that better not be me.
Does in fact happen if it is me? Somebody help me.
If it's me, I need help.
But yeah, like, I don't know, like you, and it's not like, when you're like in your early 20s and you're like establishing opinions on things, like by your mid 20s, you're like, no, this is what I believe. This is, this is where I stand. I'm making these decisions about how I dress, my body, the way I interact with the world. And I also think that's something that's interesting because people love a coming of age because they love watching people like develop. That sounds weird. No, you're
cut that one out.
Cut.
Love it. But you know what I mean? But like when you're mid 20s, you're still like growing and developing because like that's just life. But like it's not as obvious as like graduating college.
Right. It's not as like dramatic of a change. Like you're just kind of slowly figuring things out.
Which is probably why a lot of girls are really obsessed with getting married and having their wedding day. Because it's like
the last big milestone.
Thing. And then all the people who have first-time mom in their bios on the internet. Not hating. But I am.
Just not for me.
Side-eyeing.
Look, you do
it's
you.
Not for me, okay?
It's not for me
at this point in time. You do you. I don't care.
I think it's totally fine to be a parent. I just meant it more like the people who like make it their personality. Where they're like first time mom. And I'm like, okay. There's a lot of people.
Because you need to have something else.
No,
yeah.
Like it can't just be.
You're locking
being a mom can't be your personality.
Yeah.
That's
you need to still be you.
It's like being a mom of boys and being a boy mom.
Yeah.
Two very different things.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like that brings us back to we have discussions all the time. I lost my train of thought.
She's lost.
Where was I going with that?
We have discussions all the time.
Yeah, we do have a lot of discussions.
We be discussing.
we be discussing.
We be yapping.
We keep talking about like having a life outside of your partner, or like, outside of your career, like developing yourself as a person first before diving into that stuff.
Right.
Yeah. And I think that's a new thing. It's funny because my dad and I were talking about this a couple weeks ago because we go to the gym together.
Gym buddies.
But we were talking about like people getting married really young. And there's a big push in it in church. And they kind of push it as like you get to grow together. Like you develop into your people together. And now we have this new kind of push where it's like you become your own person first and then you find somebody else,
Yeah.
which is
Have something outside of each other.
It's interesting because people have had conversations about community, and a lot of people our age kind of struggle with like wanting to build community because they're like, that's against my boundaries, or, you know, whatever. Whereas like you have to like grow together, and, you know, like you don't have to.
But then you might get into a place where you're like so dependent on this other person for your like sense of self,
because you don't know anything
and
outside
then
of
like
them.
you know how often those marriages work out.
Yep. There's a reason the divorce rate is 50.
And then you get divorced and you're like, I don't know who I am.
Yeah, and then you get your 30s novel.
Yeah. Why can't we figure this out early, okay? I don't want to wait until
like we don't need a first run. Or like it doesn't even have to be a divorce, but like, you know, when they're like in that like long-term relationship for like 10 years and then they like break up. Like they do that in novels too.
Like even if you're not married, but like they get in a relationship so young that they like they grow together, but then they're like so dependent on each other.
Yeah, and codependency. I mean, but that's another issue that's really interesting in our age group is independence. We're a very independent group, and I think it's partially like, I mean, I think of COVID, like we spent a lot of time isolated, and I know I talked about community. I mean, we were.
Unfortunately, I was forced to work all of that.
I was also forced to work.
And it was not remote.
I was not working, but
we were like at that age where we were the what did they call people? The something workers.
Essential.
Essential
we were
workers.
Essential workers.
We were essential.
I was not essential. Not at that period of time.
I was a nanny, so.
And I worked at a fabric and craft store.
Also very essential.
Man.
I mean, kind of, because so many people were like,
I was
like
stuck
looking
at home,
for hobbies to do.
And like worldwide mass shortage, so people were sewing a lot of stuff.
I
so
worked at the mall. Promptly got laid off.
I got promoted. I went from working like 9 hours a week to 40.
Wow.
They don't really do promotions as nannies. I just got more hours.
Into homeschool teacher.
Oh, that is true. I became a homeschool teacher.
Facts.
And that child repeated kindergarten. So
okay, so turning to relatable book characters and like what we're looking for in literature, like the number one on this Goodreads list of relatable characters in books, or books with relatable characters, I should say, is Fangirl.
yeah.
I personally don't. I know you guys really a lot because I never really got into fan fiction, but I mean, I can see it.
I will never.
Cass' anxiety.
Yeah.
Was like, and I think
yes, actually, it's been a while since I've read that book, but I remember now that you said
it's
that.
been a long time since I've read
because I reread it last year because she's like she goes to college with her twin sister and she's been codependent with her sister and her sister's like, I'm my own person, I'm gonna do all this stuff, we're not gonna room together. She picks a random girl to room with, and then like she's so anxious she doesn't eat for like a month, and she just eats peanut butter and crackers that she has in her room and like won't talk to anybody. Like she's super anxious, and I like was like, that's so real.
No, literally that sounds exactly like me. I would do that.
The hyperfixation meal.
But it's not even like a hyperfixation. It's just like, I don't want to go interact with other people. I don't want people to perceive me.
No. Yeah, for real. So yeah, that's number one. What else on here is
relatable for our 20s?
What?
I mean, I think for me still in some sense, because anxiety is still very much a thing.
Yes.
But I mean,
I don't know. For me, it just goes back to, I feel like college. For me, college coming of age stories are just so adolescent.
Yeah.
Like college just doesn't feel adult.
YA. Like it's college, but it's YA.
She's a very relatable character, but
so she like they can be relatable, but it doesn't necessarily.
But I don't think it's a representation of our or like what we're currently looking for our current age group.
Exactly. Yeah. What else do we have on
We
here?
got-
I have not read a lot of these because I am still in my book slumps.
I have not read a lot of
Six
these either.
Crows is on here.
Right, this is what I'm saying. Some of these are fucking hilarious.
But see, okay, To All the Boys I Loved Before, I get it, Laura Jean. But
Yeah.
again, that's kind of like it's
Like,
YA.
Yeah,
Adolescent.
relatable
All of
maybe
these
to
are
high
YA.
schoolers.
Six of Crows, The Catcher in the Rye, The Outsiders,
Little Women.
Little Women. Okay. I said this when we pitched this concept. Little Women, specifically Joe, I think is almost like what we're looking for now.
See, and that's kind of the feeling that I was getting from doing research into this is that I feel like a lot of classic lit covers more of what we're looking for, which is kind of crazy. But
Because like back then, it was like kind of
I'm
this
27
weird.
years old.
I have no money, no prospects, and I'm already a burden to my family. But no, like back then, they like it was kind of taboo to like not be married by like
Mhm.
22 or like 23, you know, you were an old maid. And so some of those like books they write because it's like interesting to have a character who's like, you know, like Joe is like trying to be like independent and
Right.
like
It was like, what's the word I'm thinking of? I don't know.
Kind of like a rebellion?
Yeah,
like an act of
something
rebellion?
like not typical for the time
Yeah.
period,
Yeah.
and that's why it was popular.
I remember having conversations in literature classes in college of like women were writing literature because it was the one way they could exercise any modicum of control over their lives, like, and you know, writing the things that they wanted to do but couldn't necessarily do.
yeah.
Mhm.
So it's almost like we need books about the women authors, like Louisa May Alcott or well, Sylvia Plath had a really rough go of it. Emily, the one who lived in New England. What's her name? Emily.
What are you talking
Her
about?
name's Emily. Emily.
What did I do?
Not-
What did I do?
No, it was like in the 1800s. She has a.
Oh.
They filmed a show with like Haley Steinfeld as her. It's okay. It's
Not
okay.
ringing a bell.
But you know, and like Louisa May Alcott, like she was kind of bullied into giving Joe a love interest in Little Women. Because like if you read the book, she's like not really interested in having a love interest, but
Yeah.
they kind of like she kind of like throws him in at the end. She's like, here, damn.
Relatable. The
Fine.
man is an afterthought. Yeah.
The Mortal Instruments. Why are these
Yeah.
all YA?
Right.
Paper Towns,
The
Lightning
Fault in
Thief.
Our Stars. I saw somebody who is talking about The Fault in Our Stars being relatable in the aspect of Hazel Grace is dealing with chronic pain all of the time. I thought that was an interesting.
Yeah, there's not a
It's
lot of
like relatable to a specific
specific
group of
group.
people.
Yeah. Oh, for
But
sure.
I mean, just
Yeah,
like
I
chronic
mean,
pain in
in
general,
general.
though. I mean,
Yeah.
even if it's not terminal, is
That's
something.
true.
Like
Yeah.
I said yesterday, my bones hurt and I don't want to do anything. Like,
Well, and as a girly who's lost a lot of her 20s to
Yeah.
being in the hospital,
Mhm.
you know, Sicklet, like people make fun of Sicklet. Do you remember that in like the
Mm-mm.
2010s? People would be like, it was like a Tumblr thing. People were like, it's not Sicklet. Like it was like this whole thing, but like there's not a lot of like
what the fuck is
Oh, like
sick, like
literature about people who are
not
sick.
like
It took me a minute
sick.
to it.
I'm thinking like chiclets, like the gum.
I was like, what is this kind of like
talking about?
Sicklet,
gotcha,
man.
gotcha.
We get it.
No. Like sick people, like being sick, like your autoimmune girlies.
Yeah.
Got you. Mm-hmm.
Which I also think is an interesting genre to. I mean, I get, you know what? I hate to do it. Fourth wing. Technically,
Technically, yeah.
Still have not read this. I bought it. I have it.
We'll get you there eventually.
Yeah, we'll get you
I
there.
just need to get out of my book slumps.
Hey, it's
but
dragons.
I want to.
It's
I know,
easy.
I love
It's
fantasy.
literally
It's-
Divergent, but
I
with
know.
dragons.
Yep.
I've read like 5 books this year, and all of them were Bridgerton books.
And I support that journey.
That
It was
is-
fun.
There's
I
nothing
still
wrong
need
with
to
that.
finish them.
Wow, these really are just like
Right?
okay.
That's what I'm saying. This list is so funny.
The kiss quotient. Everybody has different feelings about this. I really liked the series though, and all of the characters, they all have autism.
Oh, interesting.
Like all the main characters, each book. And it's like them like falling in love. I can't remember which one it is, but one of them, she like wants to have sex, or he wants to have sex. Somebody wants to have sex, and she wants to have sex, and she hires him as like an escort.
Oh,
Oh no. Lily, we didn't set the timer.
it's
okay.
fine. It's fine.
Okay.
It's been like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
The other one that I think is hilarious and concerning is the fact that the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes is on this list. Whoever is relating to Coriolanus Snow,
Oh my gosh.
you need help.
You need a medical professional. Something's
mean,
wrong.
I can't fix you.
Imagine not relating to Coriolanus though, and relating to the crazy lady. The
What is her name?
the one with the snakes.
The first game maker.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Shoot, what is her name?
Imagine.
Oh my gosh, I just read this book.
Oh,
I
right?
know her
I
name.
will say relatable characters, Sejanus.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
Rip
So
Janus, you would
it
have loved
doesn't necessarily
Katniss.
have to be the
main
main
character.
character
Yeah.
that's relatable.
Dr. Gall. That's what her name
Dr.
was.
Gall. That is her name.
Dr. Gallbladder.
But yeah, that one made me laugh. So like, what do you mean? What do you mean?
I mean, you could probably also argue that Lucy Gray is also relatable.
Oh yeah, no, I do love Lucy
Yeah.
Gray, but like we're not in her
World.
brain like we are with Corio,
That's true.
That's true.
the little psychopath. There's sometimes where you forget because he would have just like the most normal train of thought, and then he would say something unhinged, and you're like, oh my god.
That's what I'm saying. He had a chance to be a good person so many times.
Oh, I've read 6 books this year because I read Sunrise on the Reaping. But only 5, 6 for Bridgerton.
I think I've read like 50 something.
Good
Girl.
for you. I think I'm on number
I used to be
9.
able to do
I
this
did
stuff.
finish a book last month though, so we do what we can. Babel, I started, haven't finished,
Oh, you did start it?
but I started a couple years ago when I got it.
Oh, gotcha.
And I didn't finish it. But from what I remember, I really like those characters and they're fleshed out pretty well.
I haven't read it. It's sitting on my bookshelf.
Yeah.
I have so
What else we
many
got?
stacks on stacks on stacks.
Stacks on stacks on stacks on
Oh,
stacks.
shit to
Stacks
be
on
read.
stacks.
Mm.
The Gilded Wolves. I haven't read that in years. I don't even remember the plot. Book lovers. Okay. And see, this is what I mean. Like when you get to Emily Henry's characters, they're relatable.
Yeah, they are. I'm saying that as a person who's read one of her books, but I do own the other ones.
I have bought like 3. I have not read any of them.
But this is what I mean is like you jump to their 30s. So like
Yeah,
most of her
it's-
main characters are in their 30s or they're like 28.
Yeah, they were like 28. It's like basically 30 pretty
Yeah.
much.
I mean, if we find them relatable and like the issues that they're dealing with relatable, do they have to be our age?
Oh, no, I don't think that matters. I mean,
Yeah.
I read books all the time
Yeah.
with people in their 30s.
Yeah.
There's what's that one with the octopus that you got for your birthday?
Oh yeah, remarkably bright creatures.
Yeah, and the main character, she's like in her 70s, 60s. Like,
Yeah.
she's like retired.
Mhm.
And then you also get the
Retired.
perspective of the octopus. And it's really
Oh,
cool.
interesting.
But like, you know,
Yeah.
like I'm gonna read any age. It's
Right, yeah.
yeah.
Oh
so
yeah.
I don't
Don't discriminate. How does the song go?
But I think it's like for whatever reason, I think there's just like this acceptable process where like you can restart in your 30s
Mhm.
or like try and figure
Yeah.
yourself out again in your 30s. But again, it's like that second chance thing. Whereas
Right.
like in your 20s, like or your late 20s, it's like you have your coming of age and then you're just kind of there.
Yeah, it's just kind of like maybe the authors feel like it's not interesting enough.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, this is just what happens.
Yeah. And if you're in your 20s, you're getting married and you're having a kid.
Yeah.
Or it's like a murder.
Or somebody's dead.
Who done it?
One of the two.
Like it's some tragic event.
Elementary, my dear Watson. That was not a British.
Or even like in fantasy, because I don't need to be contemporary, but like in fantasy, they like jump.
Yeah.
It's like you're
Yeah.
in your early
There was
teens and you're like battling shit, or you jump to like 30s, 40s, and you're like,
Yeah.
we've been in this for a while. But like, where's everybody who's like
in
26?
between.
They're just
Also,
expendable
I feel like there's
soldiers.
been a societal shift in the last like 100, 200 years of coming of age being a teenager to like mid-20s. I feel like, again, transitioning from legally an adult to actually an adult. And I feel like the transition to actually an adult is more coming of age than being a teenager.
That's fair. But also I feel like, I don't know, there's like been talks about like tween culture not existing anymore. Like you kind of go from child
To like a teen.
There's like
Yeah.
such a pressure to grow up
I feel that.
fast.
Yeah.
That I feel like that's where we're shifting to. Yeah, coming of age is when you're like 16 years old because you skipped everything before that, right? Like,
Mhm.
And so also, you know, maybe it's shifting from you go from child to teen. And so then your coming of age is in your late 20s, or it's your second chance in your late 20s, and we're taking that away from the 30-year-olds.
But it doesn't feel like a second
It
chance.
doesn't feel like a second
I'm
chance.
accelerating everything.
Accelerating
How many?
everything.
We're having our midlife crisis, our quarter life crisis, our eighth life crisis. Like, it's just crisis after crisis.
And I mean, it's our economy.
Yeah.
It's our
Well,
society.
like I said, like Hunger Games, Katniss, well, not relatable in like a literal sense, but I don't know, just kind of relating to the uneasiness of I don't know what's going on in our country and I don't know, I don't feel like I have any control over it. So I can't really, it's hard to plan for a future.
Right.
Yeah. That's relatable in Katniss. I also find Katniss's like not ability, her ability to not pick up social cues really strong. Because like she's really like, he said he's obsessed with me, so he must hate me, and he's planning on killing me.
He's trying to make me look like odd being. We love her.
And I'm like, that's so real. Like you could come to my face and be like, Lily, I'm in love with you, and I'd be
Yeah.
like,
You don't like me,
All
do
right.
you?
okay.
Okay. But yeah, no, like Katniss being a super maternal character. I mean, we've had this talk so many times of like the only changing your mind on never being pregnant trope that works has been with Katniss because it's her having children symbolizes her finally feeling safe enough to have them. So like the putting your future on hold and your desires and your like wanting to eventually have a family on hold because of uncertain political climates is relatable.
And that's very relatable. And there should be more books like that for our age group.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is what we're looking
That's what we're
This
looking
is what
for.
we're looking for.
Somebody get a
'Cause we're just-
whiteboard.
Yeah. We're just looking for
We're just giving you guys
some
book
sort of
ideas. So
certainty, right? Somebody write this.
Feel free.
Except how are you going to actually do that when you also don't know? Like it's
Write
just
us a fan
we're looking
fiction.
for certainty in uncertain times.
Yeah.
right.
And like, it's interesting because it feels like an American problem, but it's a thing internationally with women outpacing men, women not having children, women choosing not to get married, you know, because you don't need those things. You don't need to get married to buy a house. I mean, we might.
I mean, we could just
Combine our money.
You know,
combine our money. We could do like a triple split level house.
exactly.
So everybody like has their own kitchen and stuff. Like, you know,
Commune.
That's
Yeah.
right.
it's just
With our
it's
library in
one
the middle.
building. Yeah, we have a shared library.
That's
We could have a
correct.
commons.
Oh my God. Okay, so
But
wait.
you know, like there's
It's a
full
pod. So the library is in the middle, and then like each is like there's like a wing.
exactly.
Like honestly, I can get behind. For me, it's just that, like you have to have your own space in the house and not
Yeah.
just like
Yeah.
a room, like
Exactly.
for permanent.
Yeah,
versus, you know.
exactly. But I
Kinda-
think that gets back to like us community. Like we're
Right.
choosing to be in community with
Right.
people.
I mean, we're to the point too of as somebody that's asexual, I don't think I'm really ever going to get married. So like I have to figure this stuff out on my own or create a community like that because your girl probably won't be affording in a house.
And that's
Anytime
my
soon.
father lovingly, where I have a family who no longer is like, when are you going to bring home somebody? It's so you should start working on buying a house by yourself.
In this economy,
Yeah.
Oh, my parents still want me to find somebody in the church. That ain't happening.
No. But like, you know, like it's just interesting. So I guess maybe that's what we're looking for is like characters in uncertain times.
like what can we do?
What can we do?
And I do think an answer to that is community.
Yeah.
Like having a support system. And
Definitely.
I feel like there's just less of a chance of everybody's life falling apart. We have each other to rely on.
And I think it's interesting because I feel like I'm also thinking like books in this time period or like this age, not time period, but like just kind of like our age group. A lot of people go and find religion.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you could easily set a book with a cult because people are looking for purpose.
Oh, no, there were so many books looking through this that were about cults. Or like college students that would join
a cult?
cults. Like,
yeah, because people are
some
looking
of
for
these books
purpose.
did sound really good though. The cult ones I was kind of like,
But like we need some, we're not looking for a cult to join.
Yeah, and there are some out there.
Unless it's a cool cult.
Let us know if you have a cool cult for us to join.
We are very gullible.
Happy to put out some feelers out there.
Yeah.
We are willing to take some inquiries. If you don't have a uniform or some weird person where we have to bow down to them, or you know that
We'll take it into consideration.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess
Again, we are gullible.
we could
I
join.
can't speak for Rachel, but I know
No, I'm
Lily and I are
gullible.
gullible. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I figured we all
I'm
seem
more
pretty
skeptical when it comes to religion, though. I think just because of my upbringing,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I'm quite gullible. But you know, pyramid scheme. Hey, girlies.
Hit me up.
But see, like people are just trying to find purpose. And I feel like we need a book that's all about finding purpose, switching your
Yeah.
careers. And I also feel like so many books are like non-fiction, like self-help books. I don't want a self-help book.
No, I don't want that.
I want because I need plot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want a
Give me
story.
a self-help book disguised as a plot-driven novel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess we just write about our lives, but make it fiction.
write this.
Write about our lives, but make it fiction. Basically, that's what we've said.
Yeah. So
What was the one that sounded really good? I don't know. I will probably send it to you guys later because there were a few that sounded
good.
kind of
Okay.
awesome.
yeah, are there any books you guys have read that you feel almost fit that aren't just like the relatable characters, but like books, like the plot?
I don't think so.
We need this whole filled.
We need
We
this
need
whole
it filled.
Yeah, all I can think of is like Little Women, kind of.
I have never read
But I think
I
Like-
haven't read it either.
I kind of would like to. I was reading quotes from it today and I was like, that does sound pretty good.
Guys, I was a pretentious child.
I know
and
you were.
really only read
We
classics.
know this.
you're not so pretentious.
I'm a pretentious adult and a pretentious child with
27
mediocre
years old.
opinions.
No, I'm such a sham of an English major. I've read like 2 classics. I have a degree in English.
Okay, but to be fair, I don't think I read classics for my degree at all, and I have arts and letters. I think I read Frankenstein and I read 1984.
Same.
And I think otherwise, everything else was like just me for fun as a child.
Yeah.
Right.
So
I definitely would love to read Pride and Prejudice too, because I've never read that.
10 out of 10.
I did very much enjoy the movie when we saw that in theaters.
I fell asleep.
She was
so tired. I
Okay,
had like
that's
a really
valid.
long week, and I was like, the music is just making me sleepy. I tried to fight it so hard.
Movie.
Such good music.
Yeah, I play that one at work because I do like some background music because I proctor a lot of GED exams.
Oh yeah.
So though a lot of people come in really freaking nervous, understandably, like it's a big deal.
Yeah.
So I try to just do some like calm piano music. A lot of it is also from video games, but
Okay, side note, totally unrelated, kind of. I was walking the dog earlier today, and somebody was having a full-on like piano concert in their backyard or something. It was beautiful. Mom was like, I just walked out the front door. I was like, where is that coming from?
like, is that you, God?
I'm ascending. This is it. Okay, so as a child, did you guys learn about the rapture?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so my parents always told me that the rapture had trumpets that would announce.
Oh.
And that's how you know. And so like sometimes I'd hear music and I'm like, this is it.
Here's the deal.
It's happening.
Well, I did grow up partially in the church. My mom is very religious, but my dad isn't. So it was pretty even
Mhm.
split. No, not a lot of pressure on it. Well, I did grow up in the church and knew some about the rapture from that. Most of my knowledge came from the movie This Is the End, which is a comedy Yeah, I know that you guys have probably never seen it, but it's about the rapture. It is very dirty.
But see, I was telling you this. Emily seemed like so many movies we haven't seen,
Oh,
but then
yeah.
like I'll mention like the
Normal
Lorax.
movies.
She hasn't watched
Wait, what movie?
The Lorax.
Oh yeah, I have not seen. My parents filtered like nothing. My brother and I,
it's
when I
crazy.
was like 7, we would have Spaceballs and Austin Powers on like repeat.
See, that's just crazy because I
Right.
feel like there's so much I haven't seen.
SpongeBob.
I was allowed to
you-
watch SpongeBob.
You were?
Mhm.
What?
Don't ask why, because I don't know, but
My
we
dad
did
really
watch
likes
SpongeBob.
Have you seen the live action Scooby Doo's yet? I know you haven't. Okay.
I have.
Oh, you have now? Okay. I know you did
think
when you were a
I might have
kid,
seen
right?
like parts of them.
I watched them when I was
I
like
don't
in
know,
middle
like,
school.
Scooby Doo was okay
What
for
is
some
that?
reason.
I wasn't allowed to. I didn't watch the animated ones, and it was definitely not like because my parents let me. I watched. I just.
You
No.
just watched-
We weren't allowed to watch Scooby Doo. I watched the live action,
Mhm.
but it wasn't because like my parents let me watch them. It's because I was
Okay.
like at someone's house and watched them.
Okay. That makes more sense.
feel
I'm
that.
like, I'm pretty sure you've told me your parents did not let you watch Scooby Doo.
No, and I think it's funny because my mom was allowed to watch it growing up.
Yeah. Well, didn't you say your
We
mom
watched
was
Scooby Doo.
like,
not
My
really.
parents
Yeah.
didn't really have an issue with Scooby Doo, from what I could tell.
Scooby-Doo.
Witchcraft over here.
Except
but
it's
then they
usually
have-
not
But it's not.
witchcraft.
I know.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I know that.
Not to your parents. Yeah.
Like my parents were against witchcraft and all magic related things.
Yeah.
And I was just, but then again, they also let me watch Wizards of Waverly Place.
Wasn't allowed.
Didn't
But
have the channel.
I feel like my mom kind of side-eyed that show. But I
Yeah.
still watched it.
No, you know, like is it Aunt Petunia from Harry Potter who's like no magic?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's like that's the house.
That's the house.
That's the house. Those
That's
are the vibes. And so maybe our coming of age journey is joining witchcraft, and I think maybe the conclusion that we're coming to is that we join a religion.
So again, send us
you're
your
coming
cults.
to this conclusion.
And a cult.
The cult thing, yeah.
We start our own cult,
Yeah.
and then we get a documentary made about us in 20 years after we kill everybody in our cult.
I like this idea.
It's crazy. No, we're from Oregon.
There's been a lot
It
of
could
There's
cults
a
happen.
lot of cults here. I love a documentary on a
Historically, There's
cult.
been a lot of cults here.
And we will not make you wear skirts down to your ankles.
Unless you
We'll
want
have
to.
a cool cult. Okay.
Everybody has to wear graphic tees. Because we're chill.
We're not like other cults.
We do have a mandatory uniform, but it's chill.
It's chill.
We're not like
It's mandatory, but it's chill.
Oh my god.
Anyways.
I don't know. Do we have anything else? Where is my document? Oh. Stop
Frozen?
it.
I mean, Elsa.
Yeah. Relatable.
Yeah.
No, hear me out. Because
Isolated.
Frozen 2.
No, literally Frozen 2 is like Elsa being like, actually, I don't want to be queen.
I don't want to
Yeah.
be queen. She's like, career path change,
Mhm.
career pivot. This was handed to me, but like, you know what? Actually, no. Like,
I
I'm
don't
gonna
want
go. I'm gonna go do this other thing.
I want to be one with the spirit.
And she's not in some like romantic relationship.
Yeah. this
She's
is true.
independent.
She's independent, but she like still loves her family. Like she's not like, because like I feel like a lot of times like they do the independent thing and they're like screw everybody, you know.
Like loner almost.
Yeah, like they
but-
go, and she definitely has like an isolation tendency, which I feel like it's fairly
Mhm.
accurate to our generation. They
Mhm.
tend to say
Yeah.
that we're pretty isolated, which is
Mhm.
fair.
Yeah.
But like,
Hear me out. Hear me out.
but hear me out. Like, let me
Right.
cook. Like, I think Elsa is our
She fills the hole.
She fills
She
the hole.
fills the hole. Way to go, Elsa.
Way to go, queen.
I'd say queenship, but she doesn't want to be a
But
queen.
she doesn't want to be
She's
queen.
not queen. She's
We're not going to force her into that role.
You know, but then like she still like supports Anna's desire to
Mhm.
want to get married, to want to, you know,
Right.
be
which
involved in-
is
Mhm.
Yeah.
what it's all about.
and because like, you know, sometimes you see like people who are like child free who are like anti-marriage, anti-children,
Right.
you know, like they
Yeah.
can go really extremely the opposite direction, but Elsa's not like that. Like
Right.
she's still, you know,
Yeah.
It's just like
I
you
did-
can do your own thing.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to just because you don't want to do that doesn't mean it's a bad decision for somebody else.
yeah.
I mean,
And what's
yeah.
their age there?
Elsa?
Yeah, like they're both adults, but
Really?
they're not, like
Are they though? I mean, they're. I think they're pretty
Is
young.
it ever said
I
how
don't think
old they
they're
are?
I don't think they're like young
Can we
though.
Google this? I mean, they've got to be. I think they're like late teens.
I always think of like
I feel like
'Cause
in
they're
the
babies
first
in the
movie,
beginning.
is Elsa like 18?
I
in
feel
it?
like in the first movie, Elsa's 18.
Okay.
And then the second movie, I don't know how many years or a year maybe has passed.
Yeah.
So like 19,
Anna's 18.
maybe
Elsa
20.
is 21.
Okay. 21.
But which
In the first movie?
is this? Yes. By the events of
Oh.
Frozen 2, Anna's 21 and Elsa's 24.
Well,
Okay.
so there's
Way to go, Elsa.
we love you.
Well, and also, I mean, I think that's kind of like the storyline. I'm also thinking like Moana, like maybe some of these later Disney movies.
Oh, Moana for sure is that like coming of age story. And she's, she might be more like teen.
Yeah, maybe she's like an original coming of age.
Yeah.
But she kind of like revokes like, I mean, I feel like her story path would be like get the crown, right?
Right. And she's like,
Anna?
no.
Moana.
Oh,
Moana.
Moana, sorry.
Yeah.
No, but Elsa. Way to go, girl.
Way to break the mold.
But I feel like that's it. Like that's all I can think of is like Elsa.
Which is surprising when you consider how freaking popular Frozen was and how much money that made.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just saying.
And like I mean other shows like I'm thinking like New Girl or Friends.
New Girl.
Mhm.
But it
Schmidt on your face.
29. And like they all go through lots of different career shifts and even like
Mhm.
you know like Jess she still stays as a teacher but she's like a substitute and she works at a private school and she works at like a charter school and she's a principal and like she's doing all these things where she's like bouncing around. They're all bouncing around and like all these different trying to like figure it out.
Yeah.
And again, like when did that show end? Like 2018,
It's
7.
been a while.
It's been a while. So like I
need
just
to
feel like they're
rewatch New Girl. It's been a long time.
so good. But I feel like there's
Classic.
like nothing that kind of is
Yeah.
filling that hole
Mhm.
right now. That like there's nothing
Just
like that.
in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whether it's in TV, film, I'm sure there's probably some random indie film that we've never heard
Yeah.
of.
Right.
You know, but like books too,
Yeah.
specifically. Because that is what we're here to talk
That
about.
is, that is the main subject of this podcast.
Thanks for tuning in to Stacks on Stacks on Stacks. We'll have a new episode out every other Tuesday. Our next episode is our monthly book club pick, which this month is Twilight. Rachel and I have never read it before. So we're both very excited to read it and discuss with you guys. Feel free to read along or don't. You could just listen. There will be spoilers if you haven't read it.
Just in case.
I really don't know. I mean, we haven't read it, but like,
But we're not holding anything back.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
We
get
will
ready for
be
that.
dissecting.
Be warned. Join us in the future for more podcasts. Leave comments if you have ideas for books you want us to read.
Yeah.
Follow us on all the platforms. I don't know. We're Stacks on the Pod or SOSOS the Pod.
It'll be in the description.
It's in the description. There's a lot of links.
decided yet.
I'm Lily.
I'm Rachel.
And I'm Emily.
And this is Stacks on Stacks on Stacks. We'll see you next time.
Bye.